Hi, namaste everyone. Welcome to Healing Mandolin once again. Uh, Namaste Madhu garu. Once
Namaste.
again, always happy to be with you and discuss things
Thank you.
and get new knowledge. We have a wonderful guest today. He's like very close to our heart. He's like a family. I can call him in his own way. He's a legend again because there's a lot to talk about him. He has been very close to a lot of great artists, especially to our guru and brother U Shrinivas ji. And we invite him, Raju ji, Rajamani ji. Welcome to our show. Thanks for coming.
Good day to everybody because I know that this is going to several parts of the world. So wherever everybody is, good day, good morning, or good evening. And thank you, Rajesh. Thank you very much for having me. It's a great honor, and I must consider these last 20 years as a real blessing to not only know your family but also get to know both the Mandolin geniuses, as I may so say. Thank you very much for having me on the show.
Rajuji, I have noticed that you have Srinivasji behind you, Srinivasji in your heart. So, Mandolin Srinivasji is in your heart. I heard you lived with him, you traveled with him, you journeyed both worldly, spiritually, and musically. So, it's amazing to have you with us in the show. I believe why we have invited you specially to Healing Mandolin is there is nothing greater than satsang. There is nothing greater than living with a guru who is gifted by God, Lord Hanuman himself. So, by listening to you, by sharing your experiences, we will also feel the great human being who is Mandolin Srinivasji. As
No
a
doubt.
musician, we all know. As a great human being, you know more than anybody. So this is
Yes,
fortunate.
yes.
As we
Very,
start in the program, people will realize and
very true.
will be touched by what we know. Thank you.
Very true. Very true. Very true. You are very right in saying that because not only musically, as you said, I have traveled with him, but spiritually, I think we have also gone to a lot of temples. And I think one very, very nostalgic trip was going to Kanjivaram, Rajesh. If you remember, we went to Vikuji's 60th birthday. We traveled by car and we went there and we went to several temples and we
Yeah,
also went
because
to
it's 6 year birthday.
yes, and we also been to the Coimbatore to the Isha Foundation and worshipped the Shivalinga there and meditated and played and we've done a lot of things and it is as Madhuji very rightly pointed out, it is just not only going knowing him musically but also spiritually. I got to learn a lot by just looking and observing him, nothing else. I did nothing. I just had to look at him and I learned. I learned so much. So that's absolutely true. What Madhuji says is just spot on. Absolutely perfect.
Perfect, sir. So nice. So, Rajeshji, let us take our journey into the pilgrimage of healing mandolin. Thank you.
Definitely, sir. Please continue. I
So
have few questions for you, Raju ji.
yes, please. I'll try to do my best, Rajesh.
I know it must be. I know you're very good at memory. When was the first time you met my brother? I mean, like,
Okay, that's a good question, Rajesh. I recall that actually I met you, Rajesh. First,
I know.
my introduction to Anna came through you, and I believe it was like your brother. I have a pretty good memory because we both used to compete each other with whose memory was better. November 2000, you had come to my uncle's shop, Lakshana, to frame some photographs.
Mhm.
And my uncle told me,
I know.
hey,
I know.
this man is the great Mandolin Rajesh. You should meet him. And we just met and we just hit it off. We started to connect almost instantly. And I don't know exactly when I met Anna in the house, but I know within 1 month's time, we were all traveling in Jet Airways to go to Bombay to see Shakti. So that was how close I became to the
Correct.
family.
first, first Shakti happened in India.
Sir,
Yes.
for those of you, those of the listeners who don't know the Shakti, the band and the energy, can you please, Rajesh sir, explain what is Shakti?
I mean, like more than me, I think Raju ji is the best person to explain about Shakti. He's gone to the almost all to the concert, traveled from all the way from Chennai, and had backstage experience with all the Shakti concert, especially with Ishu Nwaji, John McLaughlin ji, Zakir Bhai,
Wow.
and Selva. He is a better person to explain.
Sir, please
To
tell us what is Shakti, who are in
sure,
the Shakti, how it formed.
sure, Ji, it's a pleasure. Shakti was a group formed by John McLaughlin and Zakir Bhai in the mid 70s,
Mhm,
1975 to be precise. And the journey for them went long for a few years. And then by 1984, they had their last tour of India. And then, of course, everybody goes their own individual prayana. And for almost 13 years, the group Shakti was dormant. I mean, there was no mentioned word about it. Then suddenly, John G got the idea in 1997 for India's 50th independence. He performed a series of concerts in the UK
mhm,
with Hariji and original band members Zakir Bhai and Vikuji. And so it was very nice because it was the formation of Shakti again, called Remember Shakti, after
wow.
many long time. This is actually a fusion of Indian as well as Western style of thing, but it was very authentic because Johnji and Zakir Bhai are great, have excellent knowledge of music, and Johnji has studied Indian music. So
Wow,
he's not just
Janaki,
some.
he plays guitar and along with it, how did he study Indian Carnatic music?
That is true, Ji. He was actually a student of Dr. Ramanathan in the
Oh,
Wesleyan University in Connecticut, where he learned to play the veena, believe it or not.
oh my God.
John G was a great lover of the veena, which he learned in 1972. And he was also a great idol of the late S. Balachandar veena player,
Mhm.
who is also great, is our idol, is Rajesh's idol, and Srinivas's idol as well. And so that is how he came to know about, and he also learned Western style, Indian style of Konakol from Pandit Ravi Shankar.
Mhm.
Whenever he came to New York, he used to go and learn from Panditji. So Johnji is extremely well versed in Carnatic music
Oh my.
and Konakol, which is, I think, the very essence of the Carnatic style of music. And he was able to incorporate that very well. In fact, if you listen to the other, it is all a copy of Shakti only. Shakti was like the Ganges River, where it flowed right from Kailas, and everybody, the tributaries, a lot of people were inspired uh, by learning. I mean, trying to play Shakti kind of music over the years. How it came to Anna was, I have a very interesting story which I must share.
Please.
Hariji was not able to tour extensively with Shakti in
Hariji
1999 when
means,
there
are
was
you
a
speaking about Hariji's full name? Hariji means,
Hari Prasad Chaurasia,
oh, the
Pandit Hari
great
Prasad
flutist. I want to
Chaurasia.
make sure it's not regular Hariji, directly Hariprasad
Yes,
Chaurasya.
yes,
Honorable great Mahatma of flute.
absolutely. Panditji was not able to tour, so they were looking for new members for Shakti. And that is how I think once Zakir Bhai and myself were traveling by car in Chennai
Hmm.
and on TTK Road, and Zakir Bhai asked me if there is a cassette store nearby. And
Okay.
I said, yes, there is one near Nardagana Sabha. He said, please stop. I want to go buy some cassettes. And he
Mhm.
came out with two, three cassettes of Mandolin Srinivas. So I didn't ask him at that time what, I mean, they all play together. I said, maybe it is some personal thing. Only months later, I came to know that he was actually listening to him to actually recruit him to be a part of Shakti, which started touring in June of 1999.
Wow.
And from then until the great Srinivasji passed away in 2014, Shakti, he was part of the group Shakti, and there was no change. So that is how the whole formation of the group came about. Ji.
Oh my God. Wonderful. Wonderful.
I would like to say, when I introduced him, is like he's a legend in his own way. He's got the most rarest recordings of all the concert lives. He's got the collection. If you go
Rajuji,
and
we want to see
search,
what
you
you
will
got.
get
Secret.
millions worth of music from his home. Take from classical Carnatic of our brother U Shrinivas or John McLaughlin ji's Remember Shakti. Everything he's got personal collection in his house.
Very
That's
nice.
also a blessing, Ji. I must have to thank everybody involved, especially Anna. Anyway, sir, there is a story that Anna never allowed anybody to record his music. What was the theory behind it, Ji? Why did he allow me? Of,
I don't know. He was very strict. The moment he sees a camera, he just keeps away his mandolin. He's very polite. Everybody knows. He
Ah,
won't shout anything.
hmm.
He just keeps his mandolin and keeps quiet till the camera light is off. He's very, very strict. Only person as far as I know, gave permission or called him, Gee, please record my live concert. He has the best collection of his live Carnatic concert with Raju ji, if
Oh,
that
I'm not wrong.
Rajesh, I think I am only a messenger, sir. I was only chosen as a messenger by the heavens and by Anna to deliver this music and preserve it for generations to come. That's all. I don't think I was very special, but I still remember him very affectionately calling me in the evening and saying, Gee, Varingalla means you're coming to the show. And he will also make sure that everything is very comfortable, G. Like the recording engineer, he was very particular.
hmm.
It was only if only Karthik did the sound, he will say, You can come. Otherwise, he would not say, he will not invite me for every concert. I remember distinctly there were some shows that he will call and he will ask me to come, and we will go for that show and we will record it. And he will immediately call me the next day and say, How has it come, sir? Has it come out well, sir? And I'll say, I mean, it's great. Like
Rajuji,
that, we just started for fun. It just went on like that. And we didn't
Ra-
realize over a period of time, Rajesh, we have a treasure of his music, which some of which
And
is not
also,
being.
one more thing I would like to say, Raju ji is not only a music lover, he's also producer. In
uh-huh.
fact, one of my real life turning point album, the name of the album is also Turning Point, and that was the turning point for me. I
Ah,
think Raju ji can explain why it is called Turning Point album.
There it
In
is,
fact, he
Rajesh.
brought a lot of artists from north to south.
wow.
Yes, of course.
Rajuji.
In
Yes,
fact,
Rajesh. In
he
fact,
did
we
the
did
first
one of your big
combination of
shows,
myself.
Bikram Ghosh. We are having some technical difficulty with
Yes. I think it's
Rajesh.
Raju. Rajuji,
Yeah, internet connection is unstable.
yep.
Yeah. See, I wanted to say that he has bought a lot of North Indian artists to South Chennai and did a lot of concerts. In fact, he did the first combination between me, Bikram Ghosh, and Palnivel sir.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember,
Yes,
RK
yes.
Center produced it. And
Before that, we
my
did Vani Mahal, Rajesh. Don't forget that.
yeah, spirits. We bought Tawfiq Bhai, Bikram Ghosh, a lot of great artists he bought to Chennai, and one of
Wow.
the finest producers, and a
OS
lot of
Arun,
music knowledge.
OS
His
Arun
father,
on vocals.
yes, so is around.
Very, very.
And in fact, I want to mention that his father was one of the great photographers. One of our
Oh my God.
important pictures was shot by his father.
Wow.
Correct.
Thank you, Rajuji.
My father was.
And please tell about the Turning Point album. I would like
Please.
to you to
Yes.
say about it.
Yeah, turning point was despite me knowing Anna very well, I saw something in Rajesh. And I said,
Ah,
this man is going to shine like his brother in the days to come. So almost 15 years ago, G, I had the honor and pleasure of producing Turning Point. And it really turned out to be a turning point for Rajesh because I think despite him being here, I don't mind saying it, his playing on this album is exceptional. And no better than John McLaughlin himself, who has said these comments, which I'd like to share. Uh, he has carved out yet another original style on the mandolin, and while we may enjoy the subtle influence of his elder brother U Shrinivas and Veena Maestro late S. Balachandar, here is an artist whose mature personality sings loud and clear through his music. Marvelous. John McLaughlin, Monaco, 2005.
oh my God.
So,
Wonderful.
This is why it is called Turning Point in my life.
Totally.
And after that album, John G invited me to play in his album Floating Point, which was a
yes,
Grammy nominee.
yes,
Wow.
very true.
Rajesh,
Rajesh,
we are tempted to ask you, can you play in your first album, whatever you played, can you play one of it for all of us to enjoy that?
Um, um,
Any
um,
of that? Touch of
then
it.
I mean, instead of playing that, I want to play something very interesting. I'll tell you.
okay,
The song name is called Raju.
Oh,
None of us. I was in fact mentoring under John G when he was in Chennai. I was learning a few bits in jazz, and then my brother was very close to John G. And none of them got this privilege to get a song named after us.
Yeah,
But
I
John
must
G,
share
in
that.
the name of
I must share
to
that.
honor Raju ji, he composed a song called Raju, which I'll
oh,
play just few lines from it.
Yeah,
sure, sir.
yeah, sure, sure. Thank you, Rajesh. Maybe Rajesh, now we got to hear. If you don't mind, we need. You have already rightly mentioned that I have a treasure of archival material, and it will not be doing any justice if we don't show our
Exactly.
audience something what is very special and which probably they would have never seen. Why not we listen to Raju, played by Anna and Johnji, just a little bit, and see how how you match with that. Madhuji, can we please have the?
There is no way anybody in this world can match my Guru and Anna. That is for sure.
Sir, I will say only one thing. Raju Garu, he traveled with Annai Garu, great Sri Mandolin Srinivasji. So that is a pilgrimage. He not only went on pilgrimage, but he got prasadam, Tirupati laddus for us. So all
Yes,
of us can enjoy. I want to hear the tidbits or
yes,
the music pieces.
yes. Madhuji, can we please have the video of Raju from Music Academy?
Absolutely, sir.
Some technical issue. 1 minute.
Now
So
we all know why I say. I think nobody else has this video other than him.
no, I
Best
don't
of
think so.
best.
This is definitely not Rajesh, because this was taken during sound check, during Vikuji's school show, which was a free concert, when Johnji had come to stay in India for 6 months. In fact, he
I
had no
remember I
interest
was
of playing.
mentoring. I was mentoring under him. Remember?
Yes, very much, very much, very much. And so that was Raju. Thanks for playing it, and thank you for letting me
We want
share
to
that
thank
video of.
Nandu for all the technical help. He's organizing and he has been working hard to create the technical thing for our.
Yes, we are very grateful to Nandu for all the help and for having put together this all these clips in very short time. So I have a
Yeah.
question for you, Rajesh ji.
Please,
When
sir.
you go to play out with your brother, you do many shows with him, and I know that both of you practice very hard. But I know that not all the songs that you play live in concert is practice. So when he says some ragam like Varali or Hamsadwani, how is it that you are able to immediately pick up? Isn't it a very difficult task for you?
It is a task, right word. I always, if you've seen the videos when I'm sitting with my brother, I was like completely turned a little bit towards him, looking at him only. Nothing else, because I go and ask him what is the list today you're going to play. He said he never tells me, because what he says is music is like a boxing ring. Either be ready to punch or get punched. There
Ah,
is no, oh, my brother, my sister, my son. Music will never come like that. So it's always a task for me. But you know what? It's also an experience every day. You learn new things. It's a
yes.
blessing. So each and every concert was a blessing for me.
Yeah, because I used to always wonder, though you would have played these songs thousands of times in concert, all the Western musicians, they have a set list, and that is given to shared by all the other musicians. So they know what song is being played. But for you, it is like examination. You're going there with virtually knowing nothing about what's going to come up. And your
Every
brother
day
is,
was an
sure,
examination.
he's no ordinary taskmaster.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but one more thing I asked him, why are you saying that it's on the stage? I'll let you know, because for him, he says he can't decide anything prior. It's
Correct,
everything
correct,
spontaneous for him. So you can't. He says technically I don't want to, or I can't tell you. It's all on the spot. So you better be prepared and come.
correct,
Rajesh
correct.
ji, so I have a question now. This is for Rajesh ji. We call the show Unforgettable Notes. It's like the notes of it means the notes of Raju sir, his journey, unforgettable moments. At the same time, the music you play, unforgettable notes. As a student of music, I have a problem called forgetting notes. We all learn music. I play Sargamathana and we forget ragas and these things. The same saptaswaras repeating millions of ways. How do you remember? One question. How do you remember the order? How do you remember in such a sequence with such a beautiful notes? What is the exercise we must do?
Okay, I'll give you two answers. One official answers, one unofficial answer.
Okay, sir.
Official answer is to practice a lot of time till you remember it.
Mhm.
And then if you forget, do it like if you will forget it for after 25 times, do it 30. After 30 to 5 times you forget, you practice for 40, and definitely you won't forget after that. The unofficial answer is you should have a guru. When I was very young, my father used to wake me at 4 a.m. and he used to randomly ask, what is the second swaram of Yandara Mohan Babu? If I don't answer, one tight slap. Then you will never forget.
Oh
This is
my
the
God.
truth. You should have a guru like that. Definitely, because all this Maestro, legend, all this, okay, it's all names you get, but when you're young, you're also a normal human being. So you need
Sir,
a nice guru who gives you, he is very strict with you, and one tight slap when you forget, no? You will never forget in your life. Remember, this is the unofficial answer. On two
Correct,
ways.
correct.
Rajesh sir, I have one humble question. Does your father have any plans for adaptation, sir?
He is too old now. Even now, he's very strict with the students. But
Okay.
the way, only I think I had the privilege to get nicely from my brother and father. Nobody would believe that Srinivaji was very strict. He's strict. But nice beatings, I'm the only person who had the privilege to get. Even now, my father is very strict, but he does it very sweetly. Please play one more time, one more time. He'll definitely make you play at least 50 to 100 times again.
Wow. Understood, sir. Understood. Tapas.
He has mentored the greatest genius of our time.
Beautiful.
So,
Beautiful.
obviously.
Beautiful, sir. Sir, Rajesh Karu, now today is a right day. I have a question. I have a feeling too. There are great treasures of music that are already there with Rajuji. And whatever you are playing in these Corona days, people are not able to go to concerts and perform or see. Is there a way, Rajesh, that we can create a place, a dedicated place, not like Facebook Live and all that we are doing, like a
Okay.
virtual concert, a place where they have both the libraries of all this music people can access and also listen to some of the best professional performances. Can we create a virtual place? Please tell
Yeah,
us.
that is what the idea. I mean, like, in fact, good thing you raised this question. We are planning to. In fact, I'm doing a lot of shows which raise funds for COVID patients. But uh, couple of weeks, I'm getting a lot of calls from especially down south and a lot of artists who depend on daily basis concerts, like, and then they're really suffering for their livelihood, every day's food and all.
Correct.
So we're doing a special concert this coming week, and it will
Mhm,
be announced soon. It's like, as you said, it's a platform you can go and watch whenever
mhm.
you want, and you can also contribute what is possible, and then it'll directly go to the people who are really struggling, especially the artists, because I'm
Beautiful.
being an artist, I think it's my basic responsibility to support them. So we are planning a healing mandolin concert soon.
Beautiful.
Rajuji, we all also need your support
Always, sir.
Oh, certainly.
some way,
Sir,
definitely.
you do that, anything that can help musicians, artists, and promote great cause. Sir, we are spending so much money for so many useless things and subscriptions and so many things. For a great cause and great music and Indian culture, I request everybody watching also to please not only buy tickets or this online concert concept. And Rajesh is telling, because we have to support the artist and art. That is a culture.
Very true.
You can also donate, sir. From my side, I promise at least 100 of my friends buying tickets and going online and donating. So each of us, if we think at least in our circle, we have 100 is what, like 30 families is 100 tickets, sir. We should be able to contribute this little bit of whatever that small thing is, make a difference to other people's life. There's no meaning if we are not, don't have the sense and heart to do it. And we are more than happy to do it, Rajesh.
Correct.
Definitely, because this is the
Very
right
true,
time
Raj.
to help them, and then
Correct.
Yes.
when they are really struggling, and whatever small way or big way, whatever possible, we should do. As a being an artist myself,
Absolutely.
thank you,
Absolutely.
Madhu. Thank you, Rajuji.
Absolutely,
And
we
one
will do
more
it.
thing I want to tell on a lighter side, I always tell him, no, I tease him, but once I called him when he was in, I think, Europe, Rajuji, if you remember.
Ah.
I said, I'm going to have breakfast. He said, with whom, I asked.
Hmm.
He said a name, I was like blown away. I said,
Ah,
sir, I'm having breakfast with Carlos Santana and then lunch with John McLaughlin.
oh my God.
For
That
him,
was
it's like,
very, that was very, what can I say, Rajesh? That was a very
Normal day.
one of a kind experience. Carlos Santana is one of my heroes from 19, when I was a child. I
Hmm.
probably first heard his music when I was 4 or 5 years old. And 40 years down the line, I still listen to Carlos Santana. So that is the kind of music he has inspired people world over. So it was a great opportunity for me to meet him in Montreux Jazz Festival. Anna was also playing, and there are pictures which I wanted to share, but because of lack of time, maybe on another webcast we can share those images where there is a beautiful picture of Anna with Carlos Santana. We should definitely, and Chicoria as well. So we should share that very much. I think we should go for a audio break, Rajesh. I have a
Sure.
to actually describe what a beautiful person Anna is. This song will sort of dedicate or depict what a lovely person he is. He's playing on this song. It's only an audio clip. Can we, Nandu? Can we please have the track Zakir from Germany, Leverkusen, 15th October 2000, please.
what a memory, sir.
Yes, I completely
Very.
lost. I
Yeah,
mean,
it is like
yeah,
it is. After this,
everybody.
we don't feel like talking. I mean, like just keep
I know
listening.
exactly, Rajesh. I know what you mean. Everybody, used to say that Lotus Feet, but very few people have heard this tune. And I think, I mean, it just reflects, the melody. I can't explain. It's a little abstract, but when you hear it, at least my eyes will water every time I hear it because it's too moving. It's too emotional. It is your brother. At the end of the day, it is
That's what I
him.
say.
It is,
Very few people in this world, as a musician, get that touch. Once they touch that note, it'll
yes,
directly go and pull
yes.
your heart out. I think
Yes,
only
no
Shivnaji
doubt.
Guru can do
Yes,
that magic.
he could do it very well, and he did it very well in this piece. And so I felt that our dear audience should get a preview of that. It's a
Yes.
song that Johnji actually loves writing for people, Rajesh. And this was written for Zakir Bhai. It is simply called Zakir. And unfortunately, they don't play this like they used to play in the early days. This comes from 2000, and it's a very beautiful tune. It's a very beautiful tune. And in fact, Anna takes away, and that's the beauty of Janji, sir. If there is something, if there is what shall I say, potential for Srinivasji, he'll ask him to play the melody as he did. He's just playing the chords behind, as you noticed.
Beautiful.
And
Rajuji, I want to
yes,
ask you. Last
yes,
time I saw you, you had some nice, beautiful cards, magical cards. Can we see them?
yes,
Trying to show the cards. We know we
yes,
are musicians. You're the musician. We should show them.
yes. We'll show you a few card tricks. This was nothing. Over a period of time, Anna's music has been very difficult to get a hold of, Rajesh, because he's been playing, I don't know, since 1981, if I'm correct. Rajesh, even you
Yes,
should.
yes. I don't know because I must be what 3 years old.
Yeah, I believe your father told me that he started playing from 1981, and then probably
Official
started
concert.
releasing. Yes, from
The
1984, I think he started
concert was
recording
19.
his music. So a lot of his music have not been made available for a long period of time. And there is this company called Sangita, which is very close to your house,
Yes,
Rajesh. Do you know that?
very famous.
It's an
Very, very
audio
popular
recording
recording
company.
company, Sangeeta.
And I went to their office before they shut down and said, I want these recordings of
Wow.
U Shrinivas. Can you get? I don't think. No, the reason for me to get it is one, because it's Anna's music. And secondly, my idea was to hear all this because they didn't have good recording technologies those days. My idea was to ask him to play it again in concert for better recording, to preserve it for, like that only I got inspiration. You'll ask me, sir, where are you getting these ideas for these ragas for him to play? They're all from some of his older,
Wow.
material, which go back quite some years back.
Wow.
Uh, there's one here. These were actually pressed from the master. They are not even official, but it's Sangeeta Recording Company, and there's quite a few. There's quite a few of
That
these.
one, the one you showed just now, sir, just now you
Yes,
showed, it used to be, do you know? when I was studying, I think 10th grade or intermediate first year, that particular cassette used to be next to my bed. They put in
Yes,
a cassette and they used to play at home like every day until the cassette worn out. The tape came out, we fix and put it again and listen. So
correct.
many
You're
times that
absolutely
particular.
right, Madhuji. You are perfectly right, because this is something even Rajesh used to ask me. This has Hamsadwani, sir. The
Yes,
first
Wow.
I
song.
remember.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then one more, and one more. These were all pressed by Sangeeta by that. And then, of course, I must say that I had the privilege, though it's a sad one, I had the privilege of doing this album produced called Timeless with
Mhm.
both uh, with both Anna and Rajesh. And this was for my father's 80th birthday, in memory of my father's 80th birthday. And I have to say this because we planned this concert 6 to 9 months in advance.
Mhm.
And Anna was so, I mean, you remember, Rajesh, everybody, you can go to any artist and say, can you play this raga or that raga? Maybe just one. But Anna surprised me and my mother by asking us to provide the songs for the evening, the entire show. Is
Wow.
that I don't think that has ever happened, Rajesh. That is, it's one of a kind again. You remember, and being thoroughly professional, he came in the morning. Usually, people come at 4, 5 for an evening show. He came at 9 o'clock in the morning to the hall and played the entire concert, beginning to end, and played it again in the evening because he wanted to be special.
Wow.
Now, what more can I say?
Beautiful.
What more can I
I
say?
still remember that was, as you said, unfortunately, that was the last album for
Yes,
Anna. After
yes,
that, he didn't record any albums. That was the best because
yes,
it was live, and I was scared because for him he plays everything on the spot. So I have to be
correct,
prepared. Any mistake, it's recording. You can't
correct, correct.
correct it. If it is
No,
live
you can't.
concert, only the people who are there can hear and then they go.
Correct,
But live
correct.
recording keeps playing, playing. It was like really task for me. I mean, like
And
one of the
and
best experience.
yeah, and from that we will also have to uh, play something for our listeners. He played one song from that album, Rajesh, which he never played again. It's one of a kind, and I'm going to ask Nandu to play Enta Venuko from Saraswati Manohari,
Correct.
which Srinivas ji played only once in his entire career. He learnt it because my mother wanted him to play it, and he
Wow.
learned that piece. And can we have the audio? Thank you. Rajesh, can you
honestly
tell us
saying,
something about those sessions, Ji? I mean, I
honestly
was also very
speaking,
nervous because I was hosting the show. But
I know.
what was your experience from that show?
Honestly speaking, listening to my brother's music, feel like stop talking and just listen. Pause this. That's
Uh,
the feeling because it's like it does something,
it does.
and I also
That-
start missing him a lot.
It does.
Amazing, whenever we listen to that day. I mean, like with as I told you, recording with him, he said he gave me the list because you gave him the list.
Yes.
The
Not
problem
me, my
is,
mother. My mother gave him
yeah,
the list.
the
Yeah.
problem again is the
I mean, we
Kalpana
are so
Saram and
humbled,
Alapana.
Rajesh. You mean, still, my mother and myself, we don't know how to express our gratitude
What is
because
your mother's name, sir?
Sharada.
Shardaji. Very nice. We want to thank her now because of
Yes.
her we were able to hear.
Yeah, really. I mean, we still are at a loss for words as to how to thank Srinivasji because he just came and said, "Unga vittu, it's your house function and I'd like to play something." I thought, okay, maybe one or two songs. But I mean, you remember, Ji, it was something quite unusual. We did songs like Bhavamulu from Suddha Danyasi, and we did something Swagatam
Bilahari,
Krishna, which is a very beautiful
Swagatam
tune from
Krishna,
Mohan.
Bilahari also.
We did Bilahari, and then we did, of course, my very favorite Yetti Yochanalu, Kiranavali, and
I would like to ask you the next question, about the
yes,
Edinburgh, Kiranavali, your experience. Please
yes,
share that
yes,
after I speak about this.
yes. One more
As,
very great experience I had was traveling with both my friends to England in 2005, sir. I'd actually gone because I wanted to promote Rajesh's album Turning Point.
Mhm.
So I traveled with them, and I remember going and meeting them at the airport. And from there we went and we were, I mean, the touring right from day one, I think. And I still remember Anna not liking one hotel, sir, and saying, "I want to change the hotel."
yeah,
You know. I remember that. Yeah. I don't know. He put it very subtly, but he said, "This hotel won't just do, so we better change it." We changed it. If you
Hmm.
remember, and then we went to this wedding. It was a Sri Lankan wedding. It was a private concert in Edinburgh,
Hmm.
1st of July 2005. And
wow.
I was having a camera, and Rajesh kept saying, "No, sir, no recording, no recording." I remember Rajesh used to keep saying with his hands. In fact, when we do get to hear or listen to that, view that video someday, we'll see Rajesh distinctly telling, "No, no, no." But I heard this ragam called Kiranavali, which I heard for the very first time. I never knew that such a ragam existed, and hopefully I will share that video. It has to come from the archives. It involves a lot of editing work, but it is there, and I think Rajesh ji, it was the best version. I've heard at least him play it 15 times after that, but it never quite came to the level of what he achieved. And I think, every
Something
concert is
happened.
made on a particular day.
Some magic happened. He was like on a different level with that Kriti. Like it's gone like really to next level.
Sir, can I ask something?
Yes.
Kiranavali, like I never even heard that. Do we
Yes.
have that video? Can we post it somewhere afterwards, sir?
It
On the
will be posted, G. It will be, in fact, by God's gracings and Perumal's grace, I will post it on 1st of July 2020, and I will pass
Wonderful.
the link on to Rajesh so that he can share it with the rest of the
Definitely,
viewers.
definitely.
It
So
is
nice of you.
really, truly unbelievable, and I really pity the man who played the Mridangam, Mr. Murugamupadi, who played the Mridangam because he was laughing because his hands were paining very much.
Sir, is there any chance we can hear a touch of it, Rajesh sir? Can we have like
Rajesh,
Kiranavali
you
Ragam?
can
Yeah.
give a 1 minute
Yes.
if you can. Yes,
Yes.
thank you.
Because listening so much about it, we want to
Oh,
like
yes, yes, yes.
now
It's
I'm
a
feeling.
fast-paced ragam, ji. That's
Yes.
why, and it's challenging to play as well.
Thank you, Praveen ji.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Lovely, Rajesh. Great memories. Great memories. Great raga. Great.
Raju sir, see, Praveen ji is able to come to that distance of the Mridangam. You see, he's playing tabla at that speed.
Yes, correct.
That's
Very true. Very true. Very true. Very true. But Bhupati sir, that day, it will be very funny when you watch the video because Srinivas ji is just driving him and he's like, he's laughing his head out. But he played beautifully. He played beautifully. And we had a local Ghatam player, Rajesh. You remember Prakash from London who did the Ghatam that day?
Very nice.
Rajesh?
There is a Rajesh sir. So any
Sorry,
question?
I think there's an internet went off. Sorry.
No, I think it's okay. Do you remember Mr. Prakash who played the Ghatam that day?
Yeah, Prakash from London.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
One more thing, I think I would like to share one more thing.
Yes.
I think you're the only person who has the guts and audacity to ask him to play whatever you want. Because we don't dare to ask him what is he going to play because I still remember you requested him to play Buddha Manohari. I think he played only once.
Yes.
Not before that, not after that.
No,
Can you explain about that, please?
No. See, Buddha Manohari, the track Samai De, Samai, I think that is what it is called. Yeah. It is in the Ragam Buddha Manohari and it is composed by Harikesanallur Muttaya Bhagodar. And one of the toughest pieces to play because Anna will come and say, sir, I'll play it. But only thing, please come and check my hands after that.
Oh my God.
He will say it's very tough piece. And Buddha Manohari was played by Shankarji in Shakti.
Oh.
And it's a very fast paced, beautiful piece. And if we have time for that, we can ask. I don't mind giving a sample to our listeners here.
Yes.
To hear Buddha Manohari played only once by Srinivas ji on 1st of January 2008, Rani Sita Hall.
Oh my God. Thank you, Nandigaru. Oh my God.
I told you, no? If you start listening, you don't feel like even stopping.
Sir, can I ask an ignorant question as a listener? This is, first of all, to be honest, we never heard such a ragam exist, Rajuji. To be honest. Buddha Manohari, what a beautiful name in itself. And then I saw the gamakas played so beautifully, even as just a listener of music. The gamakas are played at speed and in sync, and so nice.
You know, that's
fact,
the important thing. I want to share something. Sorry,
Before Rajesh, before you say 1 minute, you have to learn this piece now.
Yes, sir. We all work for it. By the next show, we won't give much time.
I will be absconding.
Sir,
Don't
really,
worry, sir. Lockdown period, you cannot run, sir.
I'll try my best, sir. Definitely.
Yes, please.
Sir,
Yes,
I
I'm
wanted to
sorry, you
ask you
wanted to
something,
say something.
yes.
but I forgot, sir. Yeah.
No, you wanted to ask about your
No, when
brother.
Madhuji said no, it's the gamakas were so beautiful.
Yes, sir.
That is what I was always surprised with my brother. He will learn a song, probably in one day or something. But the next day when he plays in the concert, it sounds like as if he has been playing for like a couple of years. I don't know how he does that. I myself been puzzled about
Yes.
that fact. And here, sir, Anant Avadani, he's a big, I won't say fan, but he's a devotee of our Anna. He calls him God. He's requesting, as you told, you are a chosen one and you got the best of recording. Please do share with us
Yes.
because it's a
Rajesh,
blessing for the next
I'm
generation.
sorry, as much as what Anna, he gave me this great right. I'm duty bound to share this only with you and your family because,
Definitely, sir.
it is a great honor. It is a treasure that has been, it is a very Herculean task that I was given by Anna to do this.
Definitely.
And unfortunately, I'm not that, and I've been very honest upon Perumal's sake, right behind me, that I have safeguarded these recordings to the best of my knowledge without letting it out because it can be misused. And I hope once I've already handed lot to you, but there's still, as I keep opening, it keeps coming. It keeps coming. So more and
Like
more
a
are coming.
treasure.
I need to share everything, give it to you and your family because
Definitely.
you people,
Thank you.
to
It's so
carry on
kind.
that
It's a
legacy of Anna.
great gesture by
But we
you, sir.
will,
Thank
we
you.
will certainly request the people who are to be patient because definitely our idea is to get it out to the public. Otherwise, it's of no use. What is the point in just you and me and Madhuji listening to that? That is being
Absolutely.
selfish. This world has
Definitely.
cannot be selfish. You have to share.
Next
And
generation should listen to it. That's very important.
absolutely. So
Uh,
definitely we will do it. We have
and
already taken the
almost we are almost time to finish the show. Unfortunately, I think this is the one of the best shows because it's a different experience. Talking about my
thank
brother
you.
and
Thank
Guru
you.
is the best, and then you are the best person. I would like to share two things. I think he's the only person who had the blessings and all, not only blessings, has the love for the music. If best concert happens in somewhere in London, he'll go fly all the way, see the
That
concert
is
and come.
so great.
I remember you coming for so many concerts in America,
Yes.
London,
Yes.
in Paris.
Yes.
And then he's got the best of recordings. I still remember we did by and Pallimal sir. I think that also even you have the video and audio recording of that. Please tell me about that
Which one?
combinations.
Which one, G? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Remember myself, Anna, myself, Zakir Bhai and Pallimal sir.
Yes,
Music
that I
experiments.
must share that. Remember, Rajesh, this was in February of 2002. Shobhana ji, who heads
Sir,
Kalarpana, was
one
doing a
minute, sir.
show.
Before we you talk, hats off to your memory, sir. I don't remember dates like this. I don't know when I'm performing next, what date where I'm performing. You're giving like accurate dates, and you and Madhuji will be right combination with this memory kind of things.
Sir, that's why those are unforgettable notes. All the notes
Yeah,
are registered in his mind.
Yeah, I remember Rajesh. Shobhana ji had booked Valayapati ji for the show, but we could not do it with him for some reason. And 27th January, I came to your house with an empty begging bowl saying, "Gee, we are at a loss here. Please help us." Luckily, you and Anna were free on February 22nd because we had already booked Zakir Bhai. And then I think it was Anna's idea to book Pallivel sir. And it was one of the greatest shows. It was 3 hours long and it was a free concert. And you people just kept playing. And one more thing I
yeah.
want to tell you the
It
long
was.
piece that day was Hemavati.
I know. I think we also played Jingla.
We also played Jingla, which is also available as audio and video. We'll unearth it sometime.
Definitely. And as usually, there were three. The giants were sitting. I was the small mouse, scared and playing in between them because it was quite
You,
long ago.
you are quite young, Rajesh, but in no way you showed any nervousness. The videos I have clearly suggests
Proof
you
of
and
evidence, right
note,
there.
note for note that your brother played. And it was truly a great, it was a very, very great concert. We have one last video to share if we have the
Please,
time.
please. Yeah,
This
please, please.
is from, it's a beautiful piece. It's ending on a rather melancholy note. It's a rag Hindolam, which the song is called Miles from India, which Janji recorded in your studio.
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll conclude this program. I want to thank everybody, Madhuji and Rajesh
Thanks.
and
Thank
Praveen
you,
there.
Rajuji. Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
sweet. It's so much nostalgical experience for us. And then
Absolutely.
so sweet of you to come online, say yes to us on short
I'm so
notice.
humble too.
To revisit all these memories is a great blessing. Thank you, Rajesh. And
Thank you, Madhu Garu. Thank you, Praveen.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
we'll
Nandu Garu.
conclude this program with this beautiful. It's only an audio visual, but the music will completely take you away. Can we have the audio Miles from India, please?
Thank you again, Nandugaru. No
Rajuji, you
words.
made our day. No words. Thank you, Rajuji. I think you blessed to be here.
Thank you.
I don't know what to
Thank
speak.
you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Madhuji, thank
Thank
you.
you from our
Thank
bottom
you.
out loud.
Thank you,
Rajuji, thank you
Rajesh.
once again. See
When
you. Good
listening
night.
to this
Stay safe.
composition with Srinivasji, and we could also see you there, younger version of
Yes. Yes, I know. I was
like,
very lucky to be present. And
Yeah.
I've never heard Indolam being played like
oh my
that.
God. It's exactly like holding mother's hand and walking. It is like rainfall. It's like seeing rainbow. It's like morning flowers blooming. It's like standing next to a waterfall, closing your eyes and listening to the music. It's
Yes.
like taking birth again. It is like
Yes.
transcending the cycles of life and death. It's like
Yes.
going into deep meditation. It is so
Very.
transcendingly beautiful. Made
Yes.
our weekend and rest of the day. This is so
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ji.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ji.
Rajuji, thanks a
Namaskar.
million once
Thank
again.
you.
Good night.
Thank you. Good
Namaste.
night. Good
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
night.
sir.
Rajesh. Thank you,
Thank you.
Pradeep. Thank you, Nanduji, for making this happen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nanduji,
Madhu
genius.
garu, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.